Quitting job in the city and buying land in the countryside is very popular trend, so I get on a random plane and land in the fields of Kyrgyzstan. And here is my Black Panther, and the first mysterious black vehicle to follow. There are conflict-free people inside. A scared tourist who can't even keep a balance on his bike with panniers willingly accepts the invitation. Typical office worker, I don't have the energy to control this airship, because sport is for me reading articles about sport. Vadim comes from southern Ukraine. He is carpenter by profession. He left home 4 months ago, pedaling 4,000 miles. He has 2 children, but he is divorced. He said, "I could drink, but I choose to ride a bicycle." I have always been interested in spiritual, supernatural and afterlife. That's why I'm looking for alien signs. The first stranger encountered in the center of the village sells potatoes, but he graduated from the university. I have a modest budget, so I hunt for pigeons, dogs, horses. Seek and ye shall find, as the Holy Scripture says. When I enter the store, I always ask how much it costs, not to exceed the daily budget. Kyrgyz people can see that I am asking, but I am not buying. If I don't buy, they give me products for free. Am I abusing hospitality? I will pass through the small city of Tomkok in a moment. I meet the owner of the restaurant. He earns $1,000 a month and the average salary is $100. John is from Netherlands and he has been riding his bike for 200 days. When he climbed the high mountain by bike, he lacked oxygen. You can have hallucinations there. Kumis, fermented milk from a horse. I thought I am sick because I couldn't pedal, but this temperature reaches 48 degrees. You can cycle in the morning and evening only. You can sleep and read at noon. I have a lot of ebooks to listen also, but this emptiness is more interesting. Difficult climbing to the mountain village. 2 liters of beer and sleep outside the grocery store. Someone is smiling, someone else is surprised. Someone else says, "Be my guest." Difficult climbing to the mountain village. 2 liters of beer and sleep outside the grocery store. Someone is smiling, someone else is surprised. Someone else says, "Be my guest." They are British. I have to record this everything as well. I've never applied for the British citizenship to preserve my identity, but 11 years of living in London mean that I naturally treat this country as mine. Then you will tell how you cycled all the mountains of Kyrgyzstan. The bike needed repair and I'm a beginner mechanic.
So how long you guys been on the road?
We've been 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
We still have 3 weeks left.
Right, we've been.
Today again I was thinking about water mainly because of the long distances between the villages. I am cycling and I have one word in my head: water. Will it be cooled from the well or maybe sparkling from the fridge? In addition, a huge bird flew above me as if he sensed my end. On the other hand, if I am guest somewhere, I hear drink, drink. After all, I can drink tea whenever I want, not on demand. Young architect from Germany returns from Pamir Highway, gives me strength. I met this man in the store. I get an invitation to his house. He wants to give me all most valuable things, coin collections and a hat. He came from Uzbekistan many years ago during the Soviet Union, because the land is better here. There was only deserts and drought. The neighbor explains that maybe my host could be very nice, but not completely mentally healthy. I see his family's reluctance too when he shares dinner with me. Saying goodbye is very cold also. They are slamming the door. They call me sir everywhere in Eastern Europe or Asia. Everyone knows this word, a saleswoman in Russia or farmer in Kyrgyzstan. For them it's something incomprehensible or arousing admiration that one cannot say to a stranger you. They repeat the word at every opportunity, as if they wanted to transplant, copy, unconscious respect by English-speaking people. Today I live in a house where the host drives Chrysler. So who is the greater, sir? This is really the border of murder, the real Kyrgyz mountains. I entered the Mars area in the evening, where there were no villages for 50 miles, mountains only. I have a rule that I am a guest of the first person who will offer me accommodation, when the sun goes down. I don't choose people. This has been the case lately. But my host behaved strangely and ate green balls. It looked like homemade drugs from the local plants, but it was just sweet. This ram is especially for me. They are not rich and eat all the ram's insides. I had to try every part. I refuse only when they put eyes and brain on my plate. Pitching the tent in the dark with an approaching storm is an extreme sport, and I hope never again. I could stay here 500 years. And these are famous Muslims, and I'm wondering if they are going to kidnap me.
Всё хорошо? Жамбулак, село Жамбулак.
He used to drink a lot before, but now he has become a Muslim.
Не после перестройки работы нету, и люди начали переезжать. И вот смотри, что произошло. Люди ушли, поломали. Но сейчас обратно.
Сегодня Матеш мы встретились возле мечети. Это тоже было по воле Аллаха.
Village in the mountains. The echo bounces of the mountains around and you don't know where the mosque is when they sing. I spent the night in two-room house made of clay.
South Africa.
South Africa? Oh.
But we're going now Saritash,
Uh-huh.
Karakol, Pamir Highway to Dushanbe.
We met many people that холодно.
It's like from Zviagintsev movies, for example, entitled Return. I don't know where to sleep here. A moment of uncertainty. Someone's curiosity about otherness is greater than fear, and in a moment someone opens the door.
Это ваш дом, да? Да.
A look of the Soviet man, the linguist and president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, confessed that the deepest philosophical thoughts can be expressed in Russian and English only. I'm looking for a partner in this wilderness that is good for exchanging ideas on current topics. Seek and ye shall find, as the Holy Scripture says. He studied marketing in China, so he speaks English. Maybe I get something to eat and I have place to sleep, but I have to tell my adventures in Russian. I work in entertainment. and at the end I get this moon hat. Then I will tell you how I traveled all over the Kyrgyzstan by bike. After working in the office I have very poor condition. I can cycle 40 miles a day only with 30 kilograms baggage. At the end of the day I have to lie down on the ground several times to reach the finish line. It takes 1 or 2 months to be stronger. Saritash is a village very high in the mountains. I cycled here via serpentines for a long time, putting all the weight on the pedals. They don't even pretend to have something to share. My dinner is half the size. 2 days ago temperature was plus 48 degrees. Here I have to wear a jacket and hat. I exchanged the Kyrgyz currency for Tajik at the gas station because it's the last village before Tajikistan.
Тебе много будет Таджикистан.
Много, да?
Тебя кушать так. Ты обратно ехать сюда, очень.
I'm on the Pamir border, but I have to go back, I think. I met people who were going to shoot wolves. If I would sleep alone for the next month in the mountains, 4,000 kilometers, then in the confrontation with 2 or 3 wolves, I could not defend myself. I'm waiting for the other cyclist. I don't have Kyrgyz money anymore, that's why I negotiate the price in the hotel, which I didn't expect, for $6 per night. Then I see the owner of the hotel with a sister with cerebral palsy. What a shame. I met a Canadian, but he was too strong for such an office weakling like me. I think I will go to Pamir Highway. I have to prepare myself earlier because 800 miles without civilization is not fun. I download movies about repairing a bicycle.
Okay.
I am not so strong like you. Okay, thank you.
Nice, man. See you tonight, yeah?
He gives me 5. It means that I gain respect in the group, in the circle of cyclists. But we don't talk to each other because I know everything and he knows everything. We are professionals. Weather forecast: rain for the week and temperature 0 degree at night. I can't find the pleasure of sleeping in a tent, and there is no other option. In addition, I am temporarily sick because they offered me stale meat. I dreamed of Pamir Highway. In pictures it looked great. Today I heard about murder of tourists in Tajikistan. A car crashed into a group of cyclists and then attacked them with the knife. 4 people did not survive and 3 were injured. I hesitate whether to go further. A fantastic night in a yurt on the border between Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. The father of the family looks at me distrustfully. When I start helping to transfer feces, he shows thumb up. I cycled through the mountains at an altitude of 4,500 meters, 40 miles, a beaten dirt path. Rode through the desert and among the rocks. The temperature drops to -15 degrees at night. I could not survive it at this altitude. That's why I evacuated by car. I lost my sense of the time. I really don't know what the day of the week is, because it doesn't matter. In the villages there are often problems with water, but today the exception: banya, a homemade sauna. I swim preventively in the river every day. When I was riding a bicycle, two Kyrgyz men chased me on horses. They wanted to force me to give them a present. They raised the horse's front legs to make me scared. The horse fell over and overwhelmed the boy. It's a miracle that almost nothing happened to him. It is getting close to Pamir and I am more afraid. There the car goes once every 3 hours and it is very cold.